What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Negative, and welcome back to another reaction video. I think it's official. We live in the Disney live remake era. We've had a lot of films come out in the last couple of years that either nobody's asked for or were decent, but the general consensus is that they just weren't as good as the originals. I think that comes from aspect of trying to maintain realism in a world of make-believe, right? A lot of the squash and stretch doesn't remain the same, right? So I feel like, Mufasa just came out in December. I went and watched that with my peeps. Snow White just released this month, and it is crashing, burning. And now, we got Lilo and Stitch in May. And so, with the craziness at DreamWorks, Shrek, and now Warner Bros with Minecraft, it's like, people aren't really learning. They're not learning. Now everybody has kind of been up and at him about how Stitch looks. From what I've seen, he looks pretty good. So I think I wanted to really just dive in and kind of see what's going on. So without further ado, let's hop in.
We have apprehended a dangerous experiment.
Look at Stitch. Aww. I feel like Stitch looks good. Yeah, I feel like Stitch looks good. I feel like the hair on him looks great. He matches the lighting in the rest of the room.
Where is?
And he moves a little silly like he normally would. Oh, this chick. Oh boy.
He escaped.
He's trying to find the police cruisers.
Yeah, come on. Look at Stitch. Stitch looks great.
It was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
I don't care what anybody says. Stitch looks great. I think Disney finally cooked. I think when they were trying to do The Lion King and Mufasa, they were going for a more realistic documentary look. Because when you do that, you don't get any of the, the crazy face movement. So it kind of felt stiff. Like didn't have the same magic where they're swaying, moving around, jumping, roaring. Like you don't get any of that magic. So, and at least Stitch is a bit more humanoid. But I feel like this looks good. So anybody who's knocking how Stitch looks physically, I think they're wrong. But I've only seen 12 seconds of the trailer, so maybe I'm wrong. Let's keep going.
He took the red one.
What hideous planet is caught in your crosshairs?
Shooting star! I wish for a friend. Like a best friend.
Oh boy. Okay. So I assume this is Lilo. And that other person was Nani. Now I don't mean this on this young actress. I'm sure that she's a great person. She's gonna do well in her career. This is nothing on her specifically. I'm specifically talking about the hiring management at Disney. I don't know if this screams Lilo to me. Maybe I'm tweaking. This looks more like hippie Dora to me. Maybe we should have... I don't know. Something is off. Again, this is not on her. But I feel like maybe they settled. Or maybe it was a pick for somebody that's Samoan. Maybe. I'm gonna keep going. So far, that's something that's picked up on. Because if you have a Lilo and Stitch movie, you want to make sure they're good. You know what I'm saying? The main characters and the main draw of the film, you want them to be. So, well, let's keep going. That's a good rendition of the scene where he crawls out. That's good.
What the hell?
Oh. What? Quick side by side of Stitch before I go on my rant here. is Lilo grossly bigger than Stitch? Is Lilo horrendously taller than Stitch?
He's so cute and fluffy.
He is your responsibility. Got it.
We promise.
And I don't know if Nani matches either. I don't feel like that's Nani. I feel like that's just some random lady. I got a triple check. It's been a while since I've seen the film, but I'm pretty sure Lilo and Stitch are around the same height, guys. Let's give me a moment. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay. I mean what's happening here?
God, bro.
What's happening here, guys?
Oh, man, what the fuck, man? Get your ass
Maybe that's a
on.
bad picture. Maybe I pick a different picture. Hold on, one moment. How's this? This don't look good, didn't he? This don't look good, didn't he? They're the same height, didn't he? Maybe I'm being a little harsh. There's the realistic fact that this is just a child. They had no years and years of experience on acting. They've had no direction. This is probably her first time doing something this big. This is Disney we're talking about. This is big for her, sure. This has nothing to do with her though, you know? I feel like they could have picked somebody maybe a little bit shorter, just a little bit shorter, and make Stitch, oh, I don't know, the same height, or double his own size. He looks like the size of she can hold Stitch. That was not a thing before, unless it was like comedically like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't. This ain't right, guys. You this ain't. Oh man, I was really hoping for a dub. I'm gonna let the rest of the video play out. Maybe I get pleasantly surprised and I change my mind. But we're off to a rough start. I was really hoping for a dub today. I gotta. Oh.
Down from there.
Look like an angel.
No. Control him. Hey, what are you doing? No. Dogs on the table.
You sure that's a dog?
Okay, I think this is supposed to be David. The interest for Nani, I think. Maybe I'm tweaking.
Yeah.
Rough.
Ew. We are not keeping this thing.
Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind.
Or forgotten.
Look how tiny he is. No, guys, come on. Stitch should be half the size of the fridge at minimum. Look how small. Look how tiny he is. Guys, what are we doing, man? It's a kids movie, so like it's not that big a deal, but the problem with doing stuff like this and not having attention to detail is that you're hooking the audience that originally watched this and maybe the kids that belong to that said audience. You're trying to appeal to both age groups, but the problem with that, the age group that originally watched this is going to be like, hey, you know, this is not the same. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. And I feel like that, especially for Disney fans, that's going to leave a bad taste in your mouth. I like the Lilo and Stitch movie. I really did as a kid. So like this bothers me. This bothers me. I think also because I have the artistic eye and I do digital design and I do YouTube. This kind of stuff I can't deal with discrepancies in source material. It's not great. I really wish I could say I'm doing too much, but it's like you guys have to understand this is a billion. I'm gonna say it again. $billion company. I think Stitch looks fantastic, except for his size. And I think Lilo, they settled. I don't feel like this young actress, this lovely lady, this lovely person, little person, doesn't scream Lilo to me. And she's much taller than Lilo would be. But I'll tell you what, I would even give you the pass if you could keep this actress, right? I don't feel like she's giving very Lilo vibes either, but maybe I'm tweaking. I'm gonna let that part go. Make Stitch at least up to her shoulder. and I can handle it. He should not be able to hang on a door like this. For Stitch to be up to her kneecap is grossly incorrect. And so it's like, you guys, what happened? What happened? I really hope that this movie does well and that Disney can somehow turn it around. But with them getting Kathleen Kennedy to butcher Star Wars into the ground, and now Kevin Feige is struggling to get Marvel back up on its feet, and he's calling in the Russo brothers to be a final safe haven because Deadpool wasn't enough to generate that rolling stone or the snowball effect. This is bad, bro. Disney is fumbling. Pixar's the only the only pillar left behind. And I feel like the last couple of films that have come out were kind of mid. I have to admit, I haven't seen the latest one with all the baseball kids. I haven't seen Turning Red. I didn't see the Kraken one that went straight to Disney Plus. I did see Toy Story 4, and I didn't like it at all because Woody's whole thing is loyalty and taking care of a child. And so he's like, I'm gonna leave. Sayonara. Oh, like, what are we doing? So maybe Pixar isn't even left behind. Maybe all of Disney's just broken. Maybe we're doomed. Maybe we're in the shit era of Disney. Screw the live action era. We're in the shit era. We're gonna keep going.
Stitch bad.
Sometimes family isn't perfect. That doesn't mean they aren't good. That was close. I don't think you're supposed to drink that.
Yeah, dude, make Stitch this big, like at least up to her freaking hip or her rib cage, and we're cooking. Okay, maybe not. Maybe that's too big. Maybe he's too wide for the board. Maybe make him like. Well, no. All he would have to do is stand up. No. They don't get the excuse. Make him about yay big, and we're fine. It doesn't have to be full throttle this big because then he looks weird. Make him at least half her size. Jeez, guys, what are we doing? I give up.
Agent Cobra Bubbles, we have a blue dog to catch. No, wait!
Okay, so now we've got Bleakley and what I would assume to be Jumba? I'm pretty sure it's Jumba. I don't mind the concept of them putting on disguises. They're from space, so it's kind of like a modernized. That is the word I'm trying to convey. It is a modernized concept for them to get around. In the movie, from what I recall, they had glasses and mustaches, which I thought was funnier than the realistic concept of portals and fake human skin bag disguises, but that I can let go. I can 100% let that go. It's fine. That's fine. I don't think Bleakley looks that bad. I think it looks rather accurate, actually. I feel like maybe the alien characters they put enough effort into for sure. I'm just a little concerned with our main duo. The whole film's starring actors Lilo and Stitch not being the same size and not being spot on.
No. I'm gonna give you to the count of 3, Stitch. 1.
I think the comedy and the energy of Stitch has been spot on. I think that the dynamics between the characters will probably stay around the same because I feel like the pressure's on with Disney and the live actions because none of them have had like a stellar reception. Most recent being the worst of all so far. I'm pretty sure on Rotten Tomatoes, Snow White is below Dragon Ball Evolution. And that's saying something. Sure. My final thoughts. Things are a little rocky. I don't think it's a complete catastrophe like Shrek or the Minecraft movie coming out in April. But we've got to get our stuff together. Because if all the companies are pushing out media, maybe it is the public eye. We've just gotten used to an upper standard and they don't want to spend that much money to maintain it. But no, they don't get that excuse. $1 billion company. So we got to figure this out, man. I think Lilo and Stitch will be moderately better than their predecessors, but if I'm picking out this many problem things in your first trailer, I'm sure they're hiding a lot more garbage than what's actually in it, because that's what a trailer's for. I'm keeping my fingers crossed, and I'm hoping that things turn out well for it. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, let me know. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.